What's up, it's Austin Rutherford. We're back here doing a day in the life of a multi-millionaire. I'm back in Columbus for a few days. Today I got a schedule fully packed of meetings and showings and appointments and looking at houses and catching up with friends. We have an event tonight that we're hosting. We got 350 people registered for it, so it's going to be a fun-filled day, and I'm bringing you along for the entire thing, so let's roll. So first thing we got to do, I'm going to get my teeth whitened. We're taking the Pimp Mobile with us. It's a nice little Toyota Camry. But yeah, that's first things first. So we're out here, we're walking a few houses today. I just got my teeth whitened and there's massive sensitivity. So if you see me like run off the cameras because it hurts. But we just pulled up here. This is a property we're getting ready to sell. We bought this one for $130,000. But the cool story with this is we paid a $40,000 assignment fee to a wholesaler. So bought it for $130,000. We'll have about 30 grand into it, so we'll be all in for about $160,000. And we listed it for sale, sold it for full list price of $225,000. So we'll end up net profiting about 45 grand at the end of this deal. So, you know, we got new kitchens, new bathrooms, new flooring, painted the whole house. You know, it was just a very easy cosmetic rehab. It wasn't a super in-depth rehab. You know, $150,000 construction budget, 30 grand in and out. Took us about 45 days to rehab it. And that's what this deal is all about. This is a continuation of day in the life. So we just pulled up to the next house we're going to today. It's right there. It's under construction. You can see we're painting it, making it look pretty. But this is going to be a future Airbnb. My man Esteban is doing all the construction on it. We're going to be done in like a week, right? and my man Eric that runs the Airbnbs, cleans them, you know, manage. How many do you manage here?
We're under 31.
31.
31
so,
under management.
And growing. So we're about to go in, take a look at it, get a final game plan together. We're coming down the home stretch. So let's go inside and take a look. If you're playing a game, you're watching TV.
Right. You do either or, you know. And then you're gonna put your board games and stuff here anyway.
Yeah. So you're putting shelves and painting all that. So we just left the Airbnb, had to get a haircut. Like I said, I got an event tonight, so we had to get right. So came by my man Sean, and now we're on to eat lunch, and we got another appointment to get to. So we're here at the Airbnb. My Airbnb, you know, manager that helps me clean everything just left. We walked through this property. We're turning this into an Airbnb as we speak. It should be up and running in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Super excited about that. So we just got back to the house. We were out shooting a couple more recaps, walking a few more houses while we're still here in town. I'm about to head inside here, you know, get showered up, got to get the fresh haircut out my head, and get ready to head down to our event. It's 4:10 right now. Our event starts at 6:30. We'll probably head that way about 5 o'clock or so, get everything set up. We got over 350 people registered for this event. So I'm very curious and excited to see how many people actually show out. And the people that I'm actually going to be able to meet, because there's people driving in, you know, from hours and hours and hours away just to come to a 2-hour networking event. So very much looking forward to it. I'm about to head in here and get ready. We'll see you at the event in a few. So we're at the event. It's about 6:15, 6:20. We got some people showing up. So about to get started. Like I said, we got 350 people registered for this. It's a little bit more than the amount of people we're supposed to have here. So we'll see how many people actually show out. But looking forward to networking, talking. Already met a guy who drove in from Indiana, from Chicago, from Columbus, from Cleveland. So people are driving in from all over. So very, very excited for this. Ready to talk, ready to network, ready to meet people, hopefully inspire people. So, you know, we're about to show you on the inside and kind of show you, how everything works and some of the conversations that we're going to have and everything. Let's go. First off, shout out to everybody here for coming out. You know, I've been to hundreds of these before. It's very powerful. You know, there's people in this room that have lent me money, that I've JV'd on deals with, that I've had contracting with, that I've bought deals from. You know, there's a lot of power in this room. So definitely, you know, spend your time networking once we get done here. And people keep asking me like what I'm going to talk about today. And I thought about it for a long time. And, you know, I can give you the how-to of like wholesaling or marketing or real estate or Airbnb or whatever it is. And I'm happy to have side conversations with that as we go through this. But a lot of the questions that I'm getting, you know, is how to like start in something. And you may already be in the business, but you're trying to start something else. Maybe you're a wholesaler, but you want to own rentals. Maybe you're a great landlord buyer, but you want to flip houses. Maybe you're already in real estate, but you hate it and you want to start another business and make money and get out of whatever you're doing. So it always goes back to that one thing, starting something new. Again, you could be brand new, never made a dollar, or you could be making millions of dollars and still pivot into a new industry. I was born and raised here in Columbus, Ohio. got into flipping houses, and then started doing new construction, and then started doing wholesaling, then rental properties, then apartment buildings, then commercial buildings. So I've pivoted a lot of times in my life throughout the entire journey. You know, I've been in the game 7 years, probably done about 300 houses, have a 60-unit rental portfolio. But the thing I want to stress here tonight is don't get stuck in a lane that you don't want to be in because it looks cool on social media, right? You got to understand on social media, the one thing you see from everybody is the 1% of their life that's great. People still struggle. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, I struggle every day. I wake up some days, I'm like, oh, I'm broke. Like, man, I'm stressing, I'm sweating, and I got to go out and figure out how to get it done. Like, we've all been through the struggle that's everybody's been through. Like, I remember literally crying on my parents' dining room table. Under the table, it was 2 a.m. in the morning, trying to start this real estate thing. Like, I've been where a lot of y'all are at, but I want to stress this. Don't wake up in 5 to 10 years or 15 years and be chasing the same thing that you're chasing now. That's not what you want. I promise you, I've been there before. You know, I thought growing this massive real estate team and doing these massive numbers and flipping all these houses was the way to go. And it helped me get to where I am today. I made a lot of money doing it. But I'm thinking back now, like, what if I kept more of those as rental properties? You know, what if I stopped chasing money and I started actually building some long-term generational wealth? Or I stopped doing my job if you get stuck in a W-2 job and you go out there and you actually build something for yourself. So I want to say, like, pivot, right? I looked up the word opportunist, and it had like a negative connotation when I looked it up on dictionary.com. It was like when you go after an opportunity, and you forget, you know, everybody else that's in the way, right? I'm not an opportunist like that. Like, I love to see everybody win, but when I see an opportunity, I take it, right? When I saw real estate, I was 21 years old. I jumped into real estate, and I made millions and millions of dollars from doing it. When I figured out that flipping houses wasn't what I wanted to do, I pivoted to rental properties. When I figured out that rental properties wasn't enough, I pivoted to apartment buildings. When I figured out that apartment buildings wasn't enough, I went into new construction. When I figured out that, like, you know, real estate's great, I made a lot of money doing it, but, like, I don't love it, right? All right, cool. I'm pivoting to social media. Then I fell in love with crypto. So you see opportunities everywhere. Everybody sees opportunities, but we hesitate to take it. You know, we play these mental games in our own head, and you got to get out of that. When my business took off, it was about 2.5 years ago, is when I genuinely, wholeheartedly started believing in myself. You know, I was making money. You know, I was a ball player back in the day. I was okay. You know, I made a little bit of money. I was making 6 figures at 21, 22 years old. But, like, I didn't truly believe in myself. So when I started doing that and waking up early and doing the manifestations and the affirmations and all those things to build this, my business went like 10x. I've made more money in the last 2 years than I ever had in my entire life. And it's just getting started. Pivoting in the right industries and actually taking action. It's never a matter of if something works. You know, everything that we want to do has already been done. The real estate, the crypto, the apartment buildings, the e-commerce, it's already been done. There's proof of concept out there. You know, if you're trying to start real estate and you're wondering, does it work? Look at me and a whole lot of other people in this game. It works. Like, it's not rocket science. It's been done before. So figure out what they do and literally copy and paste. You know, how to get a wholesale deal. You market, you get a seller, you find a buyer, you make money. So start marketing. Like, what are we hesitating for? You know, you want to get into the rental game, you buy a rental, you list it on Zillow, you rent it out, you make money. So I always say it's never a matter of if something's going to happen. It's only a matter of when that thing is going to happen. And one very powerful thing with that is called borrowing belief. So if you're hesitant and you're fearful because you haven't had that success that you want to have, borrow belief from somebody that's in your world or in your industry or in your circle or on social media. Borrow belief from them to know that you can do it as well. That's what I do every single time I go into a new industry. You know, I look at other people that are in a position that I want to be in, and they've done it. I'm like, oh yeah, like, why not me? You know what I mean? You cut all of us, we all bleed red. Nobody's up here bleeding green. Make sure you pivot the right way, you believe in yourself, you take action, because it's never a matter of if something happens, it's only a matter of when something is going to happen. So that's some quick motivation right there. But one other thing, I fell into this over the last few months, is the opportunity with Airbnb right now. So if you do have an opportunity and you own real estate, or you want to do the Airbnb arbitrage model, we're rolling 8 of our rental properties over to long-term Airbnbs because we're making 2 to 3 times net what we would make on a regular rental property. So, you know, talk about apartment buildings, that escalates the value of apartment buildings massively. You can take a $2 million building to a $4 million building overnight. That's $2 million, like literally overnight. So Airbnb is amazing as well. So for everybody here, again, I promise you there's people in here I've borrowed hundreds of thousands of dollars from, I've done deals with. Power of networking is insane. They're hosting another event on September 9th, 6:30 to 8:30. You'll see it on social media. The link will be up there to get registered and everything. So again, sincerely appreciate everybody coming out here. Looking forward to connecting more with you guys. And September 9th will be the next one. Thank you everyone for coming down.
Come on, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be. What's up, dude?
Chilling, bro, chilling.
Hey, appreciate you putting this on again.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Nice.
Business still good?
Yeah, business good. Everything's still here. But I'm down there putting a lot on the brand, trying to build the brand. And crypto, of course.
Of course. Dude, it's popping back again all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if it's going to keep going.
Me too. I'm not sure. I wanted Ethereum, and it's going crazy today, but I don't fucking know. You never know.
If you invest for tomorrow, you never know. If you invest for 3 to 5 years, you're going to be all right.
That's what I'm going to do. I think we'll put like 50, 75 in, then a ride. See what happens.
Don't think about it. Nobody's lost 3 to 5 years. Nobody.
Never, ever.
People lose short term, not long term. Absolutely, bro. Appreciate you, my man. For sure. So wrapping up the event, there was like 200 plus people here. It was packed. If you look around, we're trying to get everything cleaned up, get all the furniture put back in place. I'm worn out. You know, today's been literally back to back to back to back to back to back to back every single second of every day, and I'm tired. But it was an amazing day. But this is a day in the life, right? You know, you got to put the time in to get to where you want to go. You don't got to put the time in 24/7, 365, but there's going to be times and days and weeks and months out of a year that you just got to go hard. You know, working, quote unquote, 8 hours a day just doesn't exist. You got to do what you got to do. So hopefully, you know, this was a good experience coming on a day in the life with me. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if this is beneficial so we can continue doing this in the future. And make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe and notification bell. As always, sincerely appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.